Today I want to share what I've learned through my apprenticeship and learning from one of my mentors at work. I have a few people that I've really leaned on for advice. Megan Jones has been one that I worked closely with this past year, and knowing her career growth through the organization and just seeing her work every single day as hard as she works, but also being able to kind of balance out her life. That was more inspiring, I think, to me than anything else, where I've seen, other people who maybe don't have as big of a work-life balance and are able to function in the capacity that she functions in. So I really wanted to learn from her and understand how she's able to find that true work-life balance and turn off the noise when she goes home. And those were some really good takeaways that I had from her this year. So if I were to say, how am I better because of the conversations that I've had with her, it truly is, I think, number one for me was being able to engage with her and ask her how she does it. So being able to balance the chaos and prioritizing, what is actually important, and making timelines for everything else maybe that doesn't take top priority. Leading with clarity versus reaction. So I think that's probably actually my biggest takeaway, is it's very easy to react on emotion first rather than taking a step back and trying to understand the full scope of the situation first, and then communicating with expectations and with more confidence than just saying words that seem empty, because in order for people to believe you as a leader, you have to say them with confidence, and you have to know what it is that you're talking about in order for people to believe you. During this semester, even, I went through a rotational leadership change at work, where I was taken from one position that I was over within a department, which is where Megan works, and I was moved to a different team. And that was one of my biggest challenges this year. I thought this whole thing was changed because I was not good enough at what I was doing, or I wasn't leading the way that they wanted me to. When really, when I took a step back and actually looked at the bigger scope and actually engulfed myself in this new position, I was able to see that the strengths that my leaders and the people who I report to, the strengths that they saw in me were not necessarily qualities that I was seeing in myself as my biggest strengths. And it turns out relationship building is my biggest strength. Also learned from Megan that it's okay to use your voice and to take up space in rooms, and to even speak when you feel like maybe your voice is a little shaky, to still take up that space with your voice and make your voice heard. I do think that I've learned a lot from her just in her current role. She's an operations manager, and I always thought that was something that I wanted to aspire to be. But even just having conversations with her over her work-life balance as well as her role and what it is that she's doing, I don't know now that that's necessarily the direction I want to go. I do see that my strength is in relationship building, and so I would like to create my career more around that rather than technical skills of managing a department. It more reinforced the specific leadership qualities that I love in myself and how I want to lead a team. The servant leadership is always a big thing, and this just helped reinforce that is something that is going to continue to lead me towards the right path in leadership. It's helped me to kind of calm the chaos in my own life and take a breath in between everything, and know that there are things that I can prioritize and things that maybe aren't so important. One thing that I got involved with last year actually at work was an open forum, which is a forum for my specific group that I'm under at Mayo Clinic, and we specifically focus on how we can mentor and grow the people that work for us. What can we teach them to grow within Mayo Clinic? And so I don't necessarily have a one-on-one mentee that I work with, but I do have a group of people that I help lead so that they know what opportunities are available to them. And this class this class and this mentorship specifically that I have with Megan has helped me take some of the information that I'm learning from her and implement that into teaching this group of people and saying, hey, listen, these are things that I'm still learning, and letting them know also that you're always going to be learning through this leadership opportunity, giving them the tools and resources that they need in order for them to be successful and move on into whatever career they're looking at. Fears or challenges that I've overcome, the initial fear of not feeling like I was enough. Again, having these conversations during this mentorship has helped me to realize, again, what my strengths are. There's a lot of reflecting this year for me, and that was being able to talk through these with somebody really helped me see my strengths. This semester taught me things and reinforced things that I feel like I might have already known, as far as leadership not being a power trip. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to be a leader. I came from a place of having a bad leader and knowing that that's not what I wanted to be, and having somebody that thought truly was a power trip, and I wanted to essentially be the opposite of that. And this class really reinforced all of those skills that I've known in my heart, to see it on paper, that just being a servant leader and being a leader of the people and serving from the heart first, and those types of things are really what leadership is about. It's not about a title. It's not about power. It's truly about growing yourself, growing your team, and uplifting your team and empowering them to grow and to do bigger, better things. And being able to be a mentor and be a mentee are two things that I think I will continue to do. Lean on the people who inspire me and are very knowledgeable, but also be able to take what I'm learning from there and implement that to my team and other people who may look at me as an inspirational person to them. So I'm hoping that the things that I'm taking from this class are things that I can continue to build in my business side of things, as well as my personal life. Thank you.